Hello there, and welcome to today's lesson, which is how do I get my website to convert? This is so important, because I am sure that you drive hundreds, if not thousands, of visitors to your website, and you still only got a 1% conversion rate or a 2% conversion rate from traffic to lead generation or traffic to sale. Here at HC Media, what we do is we specialise in getting the traffic to your website, but making sure that converts, because otherwise it's pointless. There's pointless driving loads of traffic to your website if it doesn't convert. So that's what we're going to go through today: how to get them, how to get that traffic to convert, what you can do yourself. And just by tweaking a couple of things, it can really help. For those that don't know me, my name is Christopher Clowes. I am an award-winning author, commercial director of the UK's only risk-free marketing company. I'm accredited by Google, and I do keynote speaking in business marketing and mindset. This lesson specifically is one that I give all around the country. People pay big money to sit in these seminars and listen to this training. So if you're sitting here listening to this, please do take note, because this is valuable stuff. I've helped over 1,400 small to medium-sized businesses and a few big ones as well. So that's some of the bigger companies that I have worked with in the past. As always, if you'd like to get in touch with myself, please email team@hcmediagroup.co.uk. Any information that you want about this course, or if you want to work with us, or absolutely anything, please do get in touch, and we are more than happy to help you in any way. Anyway, let's get into the content. So before we start to think about what we can do on our website to get people to convert, what we need to do is start to think about why people buy. Okay, so if you think about the consumer or the customer, what makes people buy a product or a service online? Now, we have done lots of research into this. Lots and lots of research, and we have found out that there are only two things that makes somebody purchase a product. Now, they need to be in the buying process already. Okay, so this isn't how to hoodwink someone into a sale. This is, if somebody is in the buying process, how do you make sure that you get the business rather than somebody else? They've got to be in the buying process to start with. So there are only two things to go. Only two. Can anybody guess what the first one is? Now, obviously, when I am doing this in the seminars, we spend a good few minutes guessing, and everybody's pulling out, they need to have this, or they need to have that, or this happens or that happens. It's a price war, or things like that. But there's one thing that is overall that is the reason that people will buy from a competitor, or they buy from you, or they buy from anybody, and that is trust. If they trust you, they will purchase. Okay, if they don't trust you, they won't. It's that simple. If you trust a brand and you need the product or service, you will purchase that product or service. Okay, it is that simple. I mean, we're going to go into some brands in a minute and talk about the trust there. But trust is absolutely everything. Okay, so this is your marketing. This is your website. This is how you purvey yourself. This is how you are perceived online. Okay, it's not just your website as such, it's everything that leads to that, needs to be a persona of trust. So as an example on this, I do laugh quite a lot. In the network marketing world, and I'm going to use that very, very loosely because there are some brilliant network marketers out there, but a high majority of them fall into this category. They are 1 minute saying, change your life, you can be brilliant, look how much sales you can make, look how much money you can make. And then 2 days later, they're begging for someone to lend them 50 quid. Or they're slagging somebody off on social media, or they are, completely going against the brand that they're trying to build. Okay, straight away in your mind, you think, well, if you're that good at this network marketing business, why would you be doing this if it pays that well? And then later on, it's that day, it's I've reached this status, or congratulations to this. It doesn't add all up. The ones that are doing great are the ones that people follow because it is all good news. You start to trust that is their lifestyle. If you trust that is their lifestyle and you want that lifestyle, you are going to follow those people. If you don't trust their lifestyle, you're not going to follow them. You're not going to purchase. Now, there's some things that I have put within my marketing, within this kind of section, that I think that you will start to notice. So the next slide, I'm sure you have seen. This slide here. So every introduction that I do, I always put this slide in. Now, why do I do that? It's not to blow trumpet up myself or anything like that. It is to let people know the quality of clients that I've had in the past. Now, me working with TalkTalk, Visa, REE, Vodafone, Butlins, National Trust, Clarence, those kind of things, I speak about those. That pervades trust because as a customer or a future prospect, they sit there and go, okay, well, if he has worked with these kinds of people and I am getting him to work with us, I have a bit of trust that he's going to do well. It's not me saying, well, I've helped Karen. She grew her social media following by 34 in the first 3 months. I'm talking about some big campaigns here. Some huge campaigns, and that pervades trust in what we do. And if you've gone through our slides, if you're on this course, you'll start to notice that we do this a lot. The second thing that you'll see, maybe not so much within this course, but we advertise ourselves as risk-free. We are a money-back guarantee offering company. If we say to you we're going to drive more traffic to your website and we don't, you get your money back. Again, what we're doing here is we're putting, our money where our mouth is as such, and this pervades trust. People go, well, what is the best case? Well, the best case is that I give them lots of money and I get lots of new clients. And what's the worst case? I don't get any new clients and I get my money back. It's a no-brainer because we have eliminated that risk, so the trust element is there. So if you want to start selling more online, you need to have your trust element focused. And this could be all the way through from your design to your branding, to your social media, to your offering. Absolutely everything should build up to the fact that you trust. Now, if people trust you, they will buy. So does the way you look, does the way that you look give trust into your customers? Now have a look at your social media pages, have a look at your website, have a look at absolutely everything that you purvey. One of the things that we were discussing a few weeks ago before this lockdown, I was going to buy a new car. Now I've got Ford Focus. A couple of years old, it's quite nice, but I do a lot of miles. So soon it's going to be redundant because it's on 70,000 miles. I'm doing 35, 40,000 a year. In a couple of years, that's not going to be great. So I thought I'll get a new one and give that one to the missus. And we're talking about, I turn up to my clients and whatever. If I turned up in a battered out car that's 20 years old, exhaust popping as I turn up because it is so old and so mismanaged, customers are going to look at me and go, well, he's supposed to be good at his job. He's obviously not earning any money to have a car like that. But if I turned up in a Lamborghini, my customers are going to go, oh, we clearly obviously pay him too much. So you need that middle ground. You need to make sure that the way that you come across, the way that you purvey yourself is right. And one, you're trustworthy, and two, you don't want to look, too good. You just want to be a normal person and purvey the trust there, depending on kind of what you do. So if your website and your marketing does not instill trust into your prospects, you will not sell. Okay? You will not sell. And that is something that is quite hard to get over to people sometimes. You do not purvey trust. And if you do not provide trust, yes, you might sell to your friends and your family and the close people that you know, and you might get a couple of recommendations from close friends, but you're not going to grow your business. You're not going to grow your business, and you're not going to get to that next level. Your website is not going to convert people that you don't know. Okay, so trust. Everything you do, have a look at your website, go through and have a look at your trust element. Number 2, can anybody guess what number 2 is? Okay, number 2 is the easier out of 1 and 2, but it is ultimately the most important thing that you can have. Okay, ease of use. Now, the human brain is lazy. Okay, we are all very, very lazy, and it really means quite a lot to make sure that we help people along the line. Okay, it's 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, anything past that, I can't be bothered. Okay, now I've got a couple of brands here that I'm going to show, and I want you to decipher how easy it is to be able to purchase from these websites. Number 1, Amazon. I'm pretty sure that every single person that is watching this video has purchased multiple things off of Amazon. Some of you might even subscribe. Okay, why? Why do you buy it from Amazon? Firstly, the brand, you trust it. Even though that they sell a lot of dodgy stuff, you can go onto Amazon and sell absolutely anything. Amazon's just a platform, but you still trust it. You still go on there, you still buy. You might get something dodgy through the post and you go, do you know what? Never mind, I'll discard that, but you still go back to Amazon. It's because of the brand that they've got. And the second thing is it is so easy to buy. So easy. And you get next day delivery. Wow. Within a couple of clicks, you can have it tomorrow. It's brilliant. It's brilliant because it's so easy. Now, making sure that your brand is that easy is a huge element. Making sure that somebody can purchase off you straight away. Now, if you can do that, it is really, really good. Number 2, Netflix. How many people, okay, I want you to raise your hand as if you're at one of my seminars. How many people have sat there and watched hours and hours and hours of Netflix? Okay, hours of it. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody has raised their hands or raised their eyebrows and thought, yep, that is me. Okay, why? Why have you watched hours? Why is it such a good brand? Because all it is the same as YouTube, basically. It's YouTube that charge. It's because it's so easy. So easy just to find a film that you want to watch. And even suggest, if you've watched this, you like this. It is so easy to find that. And, a small monthly fee, like I said, watch anywhere, cancel at any time. There's no risk. There's nothing wrong. They're not trying to hoodwink anybody or anything like that. You have to trust that they have made it so goddamn easy to watch, 14 hours of Jane the Virgin, which if you haven't watched, it's absolutely brilliant. My guilty pleasure. You can sit there and watch hours and hours, and before you know it, the whole day has gone. Okay? It is so, so easy. Next one, Groupon. Again, you trust the brand, even though some of the stuff that comes through there that you purchase off, there is a load of, toots. But you don't care. You still go back to Groupon, to get your discounts. They have got a brand and they have made it incredibly easy. Okay, so Big Mo's Diner. I want to eat at Big Mo's Diner. I like that. I just click on that button and it says buy now. It's 2 clicks. With those 2 clicks, I have purchased something, okay? And it makes it very, very easy. So if you look through the top brands and say, okay, how easy is it to actually purchase? Okay, 1, the branding and the marketing invades trust. 2, when they get to the website, they know how to quickly buy because they're only going to be on your website if they want to purchase. Okay, they've seen your marketing, they like it, they're on your website. Now, where do I pay? You need, if you're in a shop, if you're, in Debenhams or, I was going to say BHS, but obviously that's long gone, but, Primark or somewhere like that, if you notice, there's a big sign above the till saying, please pay here, to make it easy for you to know where to go and pay. It's exactly the same process, but online. You make the route to the till as easy and as quickly as possible. Superb. So it's easy because they have thought about the customer journey. Okay, so they know the customer journey, they know what the customer wants, and they have thought about that journey, that ease of getting to the end point straight away. And then they show the client the direction. They don't just leave the client up to doing it themselves. They show the client direction, say, look, there it is, go. Sign out, pay here. Now, this is the easiest thing that you can do. And I tell you what, you're going to transform your brand just by doing this. So, ask yourself, on your website, have you got a clear direction? And do you tell people how to purchase? Now, in a service base or something like that, it can be slightly different, and I'm going to give an example later. But you need to make sure that you give some clear direction. If you do not make it easy for them, okay, if you do not make it easy for your customers, you will not sell. You need to have 2 things. You need to have the trust, and you need to make it easy for them. If you do not do this, you will not sell. Okay, so let's take a look. Now, usually what I do in this section, like I say, I usually do it within seminars, and I'll pull up, several websites, and I will do live reviews in front of the audience. I'll ask somebody their website address. I'll pull their website up, and then I'll start talking about trust. I'll start talking about all the different things, and I'll start talking about the ease of use and the customer journey. Obviously, we cannot do that because you're just watching a video here. I have got a couple of examples coming up. I've got a good and I've got a bad. And, this is something that we are going to show you guys. If you want, we will look at your website. Okay, totally free of charge. We will look at your website and we will tell you what you need to do with your website and your marketing to improve. Okay, so get in touch and we will be able to do that for you. So the first is a company called Back Your Body, the lovely Kathy. So if you live around kind of the Sidcup area and want a sports massage, then she is definitely the person to get in touch with. So she came to us at HC Media and said that she wanted to change her brand from Sidcup Sports Massage to Back Your Body. And so we design websites, and this is kind of, a bit of a website that we came up with. Now, she offers online injury and pain advice and Pilates classes. She's changed that slightly because we're now in the coronavirus. So she's thought about that, and straight away she's gone, okay, here's my online stuff. Okay. Now, there is here straight away, there's 2 calls to action. So if you look top right, there is a book now button. Straight underneath that, there is a banner that says call us on this number. Now, if you're on mobile, you press that number and your phone instantly rings. Or book a treatment online with a book now button. Now, if you scroll just underneath that, it tells you the 3 products that she offers, and there's 4 book now buttons. What we're doing is we're saying sports and remedial massage, book now, here, now, today. Again, at the bottom underneath that, you've got another banner. So if you're just looking at, those together, within the first half of the website, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 book now buttons. Well, you're going to book now if you're interested. We've made it so very easy to be able to purchase those products and to get in touch with Kathy. And that is the whole idea. If you do things like that, your conversion rate is going to go through the roof. Okay? They already have the trust because they've come onto your website. So they know who you are. They've seen your marketing. They've seen everything. And, they've come onto your website, and we have still installed that trust by laying it out. Simple Simon says, this, here's the product, here's how you book. Okay, here's the next one. This is a client that signed off yesterday, in fact, and we're just going to be redesigning his website. If you want some mortgage advice, then, Chris is absolutely brilliant in Colchester. We are going to be redesigning his website because I'm sure you can see that there is a couple of issues here. So, straight at the top right-hand side, that's brilliant. So he's got his phone number and he has got his email address. On the left-hand side, contact us now for fee-free mortgage advice. Okay, that's great. I can see what they're trying to do there, but it's a bit of a mouthful, and that's not clickable. That doesn't go anywhere. First thing you can see is the image. Well, the image is actually cut. Okay, so it doesn't show much professionalism there. It doesn't show that, it's kind of designed for the customer interaction. Underneath that, it simply says what we offer. Okay, there's no calls to action here. It's quite hard to read. And what we offer doesn't really make that sense. Now, this is a standard website. 99% of the people that we deal with have a website very, very similar to this. But it's just not going to convert because, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page to find this contact form. Okay, for me, this contact form is quite long. Name, email, telephone, best time to call, postcode, property value, mortgage needed, and mortgage purpose. Well, I can't be bothered to fill all that in. I just want name, email, and phone number. That's it. You can find that other information out when you're building a relationship with your client. You ask those people that stuff. Okay, and that will stop people coming through. Okay, so you need to make sure that your website, 1, is trustworthy, and 2, it shows the easiest customer journey to completion possible. So your task before moving on, as you know by now, we love giving you guys tasks. Book your own personal review of your website. Okay, we'll do it for free. We will have a look at your website. We'll give you a call and we'll talk through what you need to do on your website and on your social medias and your branding to start to convert more sales. Okay, now this can be, we'll teach you how to do it for yourself. Obviously, if you want us to do it, then great. But booking your own personal review is totally free. We'll do that and we'll go through things. Now, for you to do that, the email address is, the website is hcmediagroup.co.uk, and go for a free marketing consultation and we will be able to help. So thank you so much. I really hope that this, these slides have been helpful. Just as a recap, there's two things that you need to get people to convert on your website. Number one is trust. Okay, number one is trust. The second is ease of use. Make sure it is really, really easy. Make sure you carry on with this course. It's going to be brilliant, superb, absolutely love it. Get in contact. But for now, thank you for your time.